So this video specifically deals with people completing HeirList for themselves. This is especially useful either themselves, for their spouses, or for an elderly parent. The overall thread here is for people that are living. So basically preparing yourself to have this done when the people who are the most knowledgeable about it are still alive. For this test, I'm actually going to use myself. So I'm going to go to edit deceased, and you don't have to do this first part. I'm just doing this to reduce confusion, and I'm going to edit the deceased person to be J. Martin. And again, we encourage people, go ahead and put a fake name, a nickname, name of your dog, anything, as long as the people who are going to be handling your affairs after you pass have your have the email that you used and also your password. They'll be able to get it and make any revisions that are needed after you pass. So I'm going to save that. And so now we're going to go back to the home screen. So I'm a basic user in this, so if you really want to help prepare people, you could become a premium user, and with that you can record things in notes, whether they be insurance companies where you have a policy, maybe any school alumni contacts, things of that. If you're in the military, maybe put down your old units of people to contact, all sorts of things that you can record in this. You don't have to stay a premium user forever. In fact, you can put all the data in, and then when you cancel your account, it will send you all the reports, so you don't have to continue paying us. But we're just going to assume that you're going to do it as a free user just to answer the questions and maybe also look at some of the items that would be relevant. So the reason for this video is that, and I'm going into the first area here, is there are going to be things that you don't know, given that you're still alive, and there's going to be things that you can answer in advance. So we want to talk about some of the differences, and we're going to just go through some of these questions to give you some examples. Question A, did you pass in a different city than you're going to be buried? You don't know yet because you're not dead. Did you adhere to religion? Here's somewhere where if you're doing yourself, you can put down, hey, we've been practicing Catholics for, 50 years. Please ascribe to whatever the latest is for Catholics. Or you can put down for your wife, maybe your wife's Episcopalian and you want to, you'd like to honor her wishes, or whatever you put. So for C, they're asking, do you want your body to be donated to science or a body farm? You can say, no, I do not want my body to be sent to a body farm or to be donated to science. Any plans for organ donations, you could put down here, yes or no. In the end, though, whatever legally is going to be the case, will be what what everyone will abide by. Autopsy, you won't know whether an autopsy will be requested, so you'd skip over that. We're in grave plots, funerals, preparations. This is an important one because you need to make sure people know what has been paid for, what has been selected, just in case it's not obvious, especially if you're single. If you have a spouse, chances are they know. But if you're single and your parents are still alive and they're going to handle this, or your children, if you're divorced, people need to know. Will they be cremated again? This is somewhere you can put down your wishes so people know and understand. I'm not going to go through all of them, but I think you understand, what the differences are between what you can answer in advance and what you won't be able to answer. And again, we're doing this as a free user, so at this level we can only answer questions, or we could dig down and do some of the item levels. And you can see here the different items. So you can maybe put some information here with respect to where whoever's going to be handling your deceased account after you pass, what they might want to look for, what the priorities are. You'll have answered this in advance. And one of the reasons why we encourage people to do this is the hour that it might take you total, which probably should only take you 10 to 20 minutes to answer the questions. And then to just look through and dig through all the items, we'd imagine that would be another half hour to maybe a little bit more than an hour, depending on how complicated your situation is. But that 15 minutes to hour and a half could save weeks and weeks of wrangling of your survivors of what did you want, what did you want to do. Just literally yesterday, I heard an example, a friend of mine from high school, his mother had an insurance policy she told them about, and now, 8 years later, they still have not figured out where that insurance policy was. And they didn't think it was big. They thought it was 20 to 50,000, but that's still a lot of money to just not